Good morning and welcome to day 12. Today is a pretty crazy day. We are hiking to the top of that mountain that you see there. It's called Nusu, and that is where we're hiking. So we met at the school with all the students and we started hiking. There's 2 different groups that are going today. So my group, which is 5 of us, we are going to Nusu and then going to the waterfall. And there's another group that is just going to the waterfall because it's a lot shorter and a lot closer and just easier for them. So we started the day by walking together as one big group. This is the mountain. As you can see, it's very far away. We're going to the very tippy top of that point. It's called Nusu. I've already said that. But this is when we're all walking as a group together, and we are splitting further down the path. This is a school that we went by, which you can tell is so different from the school that we're working at. It just really shows how much Reach Uganda helps these students in the schools that we're working at. That was a little stream that is actually water from the waterfall that has gone all the way down the mountain to where it just was. Together, we're still walking as a group in this clip, and then right now we walked to this town, and in this house right here you could buy drinks and snacks. So that is where we ended up splitting up, going to the waterfall versus going to Nusu. So we just let all the kids get their snacks and stuff for the hike since we were going to be there for a while. We did not anticipate for it to be a 12-hour hike. It ended up being a 12-hour hike for just me and Bobby. We were the only ones who stayed for 12 hours, and a lot of people left around like 1 o'clock. We didn't end up getting home until 6, and they got home at 1. So it's just very different. So this is how hard the hike was. It's just so crazy to try to explain how hard this hike is because you just won't understand unless you've gone on it. It was literally the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but every moment was worth it. I loved the views so much. And the students were literally walking in like bare feet or like slides. So if they could do it, we could totally do it. That was a cow that was really cute, so I took a video of it. But this is like the path, some could say, that we walked through. It's not much of a path. It's more just like a clearing where people have walked in the past. It's really not a path. This would never be allowed in the United States, but I'm so happy I did it because it was so much fun. Like every moment of it, every time I thought about how hard it was, I just kept looking up at the mountain. By the way, that's where we're still going. I just kept looking up at the mountain and thinking about how awesome it would be once we're up there. So as we were hiking, we walked through this like random like forest with really tall trees. Like these are crazy tall. This is in 0.5 and I still can't get the entire tree in. So you could just see how tall it is. It kind of reminded me of redwood trees like in California. Obviously those are a lot bigger, but that's what it reminded me of. And we just kept walking. There was no taking breaks. There was no stopping. If you wanted a snack, you were eating it while you walked. It was crazy, but it was so much fun. This is once we got to the top of the mountain. It was amazing. Literally amazing. This is the top, very tippy top of Nusu, where I had showed you where we were gonna hike, and we did it. It was amazing. This is me and Miria taking pictures. She's my favorite ever. She's been with us since day 1 of the trip, and I love her. She lives in this village, but in Baduda, but she was at the Matua school also. Then after staying up there that was probably our longest break. It was like 10 minutes, but then we walked back down the mountain because we were making our way to the waterfall, which, by the way, to get up here was about 4 hours, and then we walked all the way back down. This is another village we stopped at to get like energy drinks and water and things like that. To get to the waterfall again, it was like another 3 hours, maybe. No, it was only 2. I think it took us 3 to get to the top and 2. So that was like first 5 hours. This is just the hike as we're going. There's no path. Like, as you can see, there's no path. Like, there's just where people have walked in the past. Like, you can see right there, that is like the path. It's crazy. It was like the width of my foot wide. Actually insane. I had to get a walking stick because I literally kept falling everywhere. Like, it was so slippery. But that is the waterfall we're going to. It's so pretty. I look so dumb walking, but it was so much fun. Like, it was actually so much fun. I can't even explain how much fun it was. It was crazy. But at this point, we were dripping in sweat and could not wait to get to the waterfall, which is where we're about to be. So this makes it look like it's really close, but there's actually about like 20 more minutes until we get there. But once we finally got there, it was just breathtaking. Like, this is so awesome. Everyone is just playing in the water. They had little pools kind of that you could swim in, which I ended up doing with Bobby. We were the only 2 that got in. After that, we split up again. So now it's just me, Bobby, Miria, and like 6 kids and some random person that we asked to take us to another waterfall. And we walked all the way there, just like the 9 or 10 of us, and everybody else went back to the house. That's why I was saying, like, we split up. So everyone else went back. It was around 1 o'clock then, and we started our trek to the next waterfall. They told us it was gonna be an hour long. It was more like 4 hours long to get there, so it's kind of insane. I think it took us 3 to get there, and then we didn't even get all the way there. But anyway, this is the path that you can see as we're walking. It was just, I just don't even have enough words to explain this, but it was so much fun. As you can see, we're dripping wet for being at the waterfall, but it was so much fun. I loved every moment of it. By the way, I forgot to mention, by this point we had already run out of water. We each packed, me and Bobby had 7 bottles in the bag, so we each had like 3 to 4 kind of. We ended up splitting one of them, but we are hiking all the way to that waterfall, which is so far away. This is it. Once we finally made it there, I just cut out the footage in between because it was so hard to get there. But it was so pretty. This is as far as we got because we were so tired. We ended up turning around and walking back. That's Nusu right there. And we walked all the way over past where you can't even see. That's the waterfall right there. We walked all the way across there. This is just walking back past the stream where the waterfall flows down, and this bridge, which was really rickety. And then this is us walking back to the house. It was such a fun day. I literally loved every moment of it. This is the cow pasture that we had to walk through to get home. For time reference, we left this morning at 6:30 and didn't get home till 6, so it wasn't a full 12 hours. But yeah, anyways, come back tomorrow for day 13.